think there's such a natural rugby community here, and there's a big population of rugby players that find themselves in Seattle somehow.
One of the reasons why Seawolves are so successful is because the culture was here already.
It's just been not really noticed until professional rugby came here.
It's a crazy, fast-flowing sport, 80 minutes of non-stop action.
It's a flowing game. You play both attack and defence.
The ball can be turned over at any point in the game.
When you're watching it, you can't look away because you might miss something. Which makes it exciting because you feel like you're a part of it.
We rarely use protective equipment compared to football. We'll wear a mouth guard and maybe strap your ankles and then off you go. There's big hits, there's loud fans, and it's, like I said, non-stop.
When I heard about the league starting over here, I just couldn't, say no to this opportunity. It comes to States where I feel rugby is going to explode.
I never thought in a million years that we'd actually have a team in Seattle and a professional team on top of that.
Growing up in Australia, everyone wants to be a cricketer or a rugby player or something like that, So, coming here and seeing rugby develop as quite a new sport, but quite an exciting sport, it's been quite good. Seattle's got such a good connection to the community.
So before every Seawolves home game at Starfire Stadium, we get a bunch of kids together. We get the players out and they get to get involved with the kids. We play a bunch of rugby style games.
No, well done, good skills.
Teach them a little bit of how to hold the ball, run with the ball, work with their teammates, which is huge in rugby, is just to work as a team and not as individuals.
Don't get tagged! Don't get tagged! Okay,
Just to get hold of a rugby ball, run around, meet a few of the players themselves. There's not many professional teams out there that the kids get to actually interact with the players pre-game.
In Seattle, Pacific Northwest in general, we want kids to grow up and want mum and dad to get them a rugby ball for Christmas, to get them a new pair of rugby boots so they can come out to training.
1, 2, 3, rugby!
They're the best fans. They want your autograph. They think you're a superhero, especially when you remember their name, remember who they are, and you're 10 times even bigger and just much more impactful. So I love having the kids here.
Hey, call for the ball. After your career, you eventually want the game to get passed on, to the next generation. That's a big thing for me and something that I'm really proud about, because as a kid that grew up in Seattle playing rugby here, to see more kids actually start playing the game, it just shows continual growth of the sport. The one thing about rugby is that anybody can play it. It's a very inclusive sport. There's a position for everybody, whether you're short, small, big, skinny, tall. Everyone has a place in rugby, to actually make a difference or have an impact in the games.
I know for a fact that women's rugby in America and even Australia is one of the fastest growing sports now that it's an Olympic sport, and to see young girls wanting to play rugby and young kids to see that as a dream or a passion, that's awesome. And that's our goal, especially now in America, is to grow that and want kids to be future MLR stars or Olympians or whatever it be.
3, 2, 1, Quake!
We have the Quake, which is our gay community, They're very involved in our rugby community here in Seattle. It's very inclusive, There's no bias in the sport, which I really love.
You'll see 4,500 people sitting in these stands every week.
You can feel the passion on the field. You can feel it when you're playing. You can feel the passion from the crowd. The best way to learn and to get caught is to actually come to a game. That's half the beauty of the sport in America, is you've got people that know rugby sitting next to people that have no idea what's going on in the field, but they're still coming to the games to watch because of the atmosphere. I think the best thing we can do is introduce more and more people to the game. Hopefully they bring their kids if they've got kids as well, and every game, if they can leave knowing a little bit more, we're going in the right direction.
I know that in 10 years, this is going to be really big. It's nice to be a part of a pioneer of something.
I think every kid has a desire to play professionally for their city. You know, I look up at the fans and I see everyone from when I played with when I was in little league all the way to men's, you know, that I'm currently playing with. And it's just an awesome place to be a part of.
Watch CityStream Thursday nights at 7 on the Seattle channel, or get video on demand and podcasts anytime at seattlechannel.org.